Om Shri Sairam, my most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Mother Sai. Sairam to everyone present here today for this extremely special edition of Pran Sakha entitled Harmonies and Stories of Bhagawan through the lens of Bhajan singers. Swami was indeed the embodiment of Bhava, Raga, Tala. And in essence, every form of music was so dear to Swami that the very initiation of the Bhajan Padati was to bring the entire Sai community together through the aegis of music. Today's session is indeed special because unlike other satsangs where we'll have a single speaker sharing their experiences, we have three very blessed singers amongst us today who will be sharing not just their experiences with Bhagawan, but life lessons learned through this divine connection of music. It is with extreme pleasure that I would like to introduce our esteemed panelists for today. First and foremost, Ms. Swetha Sivasubramanyam. Swetha Didi completed her B.Sc in Anantapur Campus from 1996 to 1999. Thereafter, she pursued her BA degree in Hindustani classical vocal music from Tagore Academy, which is affiliated to Allahabad Prayag Sangeet Samiti. She is currently residing in Hyderabad and working as an English teacher for a higher secondary classes, as well as an academic head in a reputed CBSE school. Welcome, Swetha Didi. We are very happy to have you with this.
Sairam, Sinduja. Thanks for the opportunity. Sairam to all the audience.
Next, we have Ms. Yamini Darbha. She studied B.Sc Physics from Swami's Anantapur Campus from 1997 to 2000. She then went on to pursue her MSc Physics from HCU, a gifted singer with a mellifluous voice that is designed to enthrall the listener. It is also my good fortune to have had Yamini Didi as a senior in college when I was studying there. Very, very happy to have you with us this evening, Yamini Didi. Sairam.
Sairam Sinduja. Sairam all. Sairam.
Finally, we have Ms. Gayatri Naidu. Gayatri Didi pursued her BCom honors from the years 1997 to 2000 at Anantapur Campus. She is currently working as a music teacher in Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vihar, Visakhapatnam. Gayatri Didi was also my senior when I was in college and a batchmate of Yamini Didi. So the three of us had a wonderful connect with Swami through music as we were in the music self-reliance group together. And it is indeed my good fortune to have Gayatri Didi also with us today. Sairam Didi. Without further ado, let us delve into the realms of music, bhava, bhakti, and everything else that goes with it that makes our lives so eternally special in Bhagwan's caring embrace. Today's session will be in the format of a few questions, which will be answered by our panelists, where they will share their experiences. And they have promised to also sing and ensure that our hearts are filled with today's dessert in the form of music. My first question is to all three of you. When were you introduced to bhajan singing, and what impact did it have in shaping your connection to Bhagwan? I request Swetha Didi to get us started with this conversation.
Sairam, thank you, Sinduja. It was my uncle who taught me first Swami's bhajan, and it was Ma He Ma. Ma He Ma, Ma He Ma. Jaga Janani. So this was the first Sati Sai bhajan which I learned, and my gratitude to Swami to enter my life. But then I didn't know much about Swami. It was just attention to ragas and compositions and that sustained focus to learn more such bhajans. But with passage of time, Swami's right call came, and we were all called to enter the gates of Sri Satyasai Institute of Higher Learning, Anantapur Campus, and a beautiful relationship, hashtag Sai student, was established, and Swami himself becoming our divine guru, our divine master. And we are happy, gratitude that Swami took us into his fold.
Thank you so much, Didi.
Over to Yamini.
Sairam all. Yes, definitely. After joining ATP, Swami has made a huge difference in our voice quality or our life. Like the impact of bhajan is huge in me. Before joining ATP, I was just singing bhajans. When I was at 7 years old, I got introduced to Swami's bhajans. And at that age, I did not understand or know Swami as a god. Like you say in Telugu, Harikanna Harikadha janalloki baga veltundi. First click అవుతుంది. Like before, more than Hari Katha, the story of Hari goes into the society first. Similar way, Hari Katha laga, like bhajans were introduced to me. I just sang them as bhajans. But after joining ATP, I got connected to Swami through the bhajans. It was like when I started singing bhajan, it was like giving letters to Swami without speaking to him or communicating physically. Not physically communicating with him. Just a bhajan will communicate whatever is there in our mind to Swami. We are connected through bhajans. I'm indebted to Swami for giving me these 3 years of training at his home, and from there on our journey started. Whatever we are today is because of Swami. I'm thankful to Swami and also my seniors who have co-singers, my batchmates, who are all learned classical singers, and I've learned a lot from them. Thank you, Swami. Over to Gayatri.
So beautiful and so heartfelt. Yes, Gayatri Didi.
Sairam all. Thank you, Sindhu. Uh, my bhajan singing started at a very tender age of 4 or 5, because I grew up in an atmosphere where all are devotees. I used to go for bhajans with my grandmother, and I was very young, very tiny tot. So she used to drag me to bhajans, and I used to just go there and sleep half the time, of course. So that's how my bhajan attending the bhajan session started. Later, I joined the Swami School in Vizag, where I'm currently working now. And there, I started learning bhajans, learning to sing bhajans. And at around 11, when I was 11, I started leading bhajans in our samiti. And the first bhajan I ever sang was Jai Jai Gopala. Jai Jai Gopala, Sai Gopala, Shyam Gopala. This was my first bhajan I sang. So that's how my bhajan singing, the saga of bhajan singing started. And later, after joining ATP, it developed a little more. So that's it, Sindhu. Thank you.
So lovely. I think the three of you had planned a little treat for us at this point to bring it together.
So, as we are all Swami students, Swami has become an integral part and we have all become one. So, today the state is Sai bin Raha na Jai. So, we would like to offer a small snippet of the same. मोहब्बत की कमी दिल में अगर एहसास होता है, मोहब्बत की कमी दिल में अगर एहसास होता है, जरा झाको तो पाओगे कि साई पास होता है।
हो करिश्मा ये उसी का है कि दुनिया खूबसूरत लगती है,
वरना आदमी को आदमी क्या रास होता है, साई बिन रहा न जाए, साई बिन रहा न जाए।
चैन नाए मोहे चैन नाए, चैन नाए मोहे चैन नाए,
साई बिन रहा न जाए, साई बिन रहा न जाए. Thank you, Swami.
Thank you, Swami.
How lovely was that? Yes. I just wish if this weren't online and we were all there, the immersion would be, we wouldn't want you to stop singing at all.
We
Thank you.
could sing together rather.
Yes, and absolutely. The coming together would have been absolutely fabulous. But yes, thank you so much for setting the tone for this evening with that beautiful rendition. We will then bridge into the next question from there. If you could each share your first experience of singing in the divine presence, because we've each talked about how we got introduced to bhajans, but how did we actually feel and what happened when we first sang in Swami's divine presence? Shweta Didi.
As a student, when we got admission, we had summer course then in 1996, and we all joined the Brindavan campus. And at that time, Swami conducted the summer course, and the topic was Indian spirituality. And he proceeded over, and the main discourse centered around Ramayana. So, on the last day before we left, we had a flavorful lunch in the Kalyan Mandapam in Thrive Vrindavan, and not to forget the yummy mangoes that were served by Swami to each student. All of us seated down, and the beautiful feeling, experience of Swami walking amidst us when we were all seated down. And after that, we had an opportunity where all the girls had prepared few songs. So, as a group, that was the first time when we all sang in front of Swami. And after that, we had another beautiful opportunity that was in the same year, 1996, on Ladies' Day, November 19th, we had. And that time we had many more dignitaries also who were present in the Kulwant Hall before Swami, like M.S. Amma, P. Sushila Garu, her daughter-in-law, Shobha Raju Garu, many of us were there. And being a part of music self-reliance in Anantapur is a great, great blessing and opportunity, I would say. To present or to go before Bhagawan and sing in his physical presence is, I think, utmost blessing which any student can have. So there we had an opportunity. It was again a group Kavali presentation by all the MSR group, and I was one among them. It was a Kavali, just a line. बड़ी दूर से हम तेरे दर पे आए. This was the song which we all sang in front of Bhagwan. And then, as usual, the Akhand Bhajan before birthday. So that was first time when we had the opportunity to sing a solo bhajan before Bhagwan. That was, and gratitude to our Pushpa madam, who was the constant guiding force in shaping how to sing, how to be seated, to follow the decorum, how Bhagwan wants his children to sing. So all these nuances, that little nuances, were taught by Pushpa ma'am. Our gratitude to her today. The first bhajan which we sang in the mandir was Namak Parvati Pate Hara Hara, and that was a sheer bliss which cannot be expressed. Swami seated in front of you, and you are singing in front of him. The Lord Himself was seated there. Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara. Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara. Hara Hara Shankara Mahadeva. Hara 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 Mahadeva. Shiva 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 Sada Shiva. Mahadeva Sada Shiva. Sada Shiva Mahadeva. Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara. So this was the first bhajan which I sang in the mandir in front of Swami, and it still continues with his abundance grace.
Absolutely. It's like a gift that does not stop giving. And I think
Correct.
it's grace that is endless and eternal. Thank you so much for sharing, Didi.
Gayatri, over to you.
That was wonderful, Shweta. Thank you. Um, my bhajan singing started like after I joined ATP. As Shweta said, I definitely agree. Joining Self-Reliance, music Self-Reliance was a blessing, and that is where we got maximum opportunities by Swami's grace to offer him. So, mine was the first time I sang was in the year 97, the year I joined for the Akhand Bhajan. So, the first bhajan I sang before Swami was Janani Janani Satya Sai Shubha Janani. That was my first bhajan. जननी जननी सत्य साई शुभ जननी जगत्कारिणी परिपूर्णी साईश्वरी जननी सत्य स्वरूपिणी जननी धर्म संरक्षिणी जननी शांत स्वरूपिणी जननी प्रेम प्रदायिनी जननी साई प्रेम प्रदायिनी जननी. This was my first bhajan. That was a blissful experience. I don't know. I don't have any words to express that. This was the only reason why I joined the Anantapur campus, or why I wanted to be Swami's student. I just wanted to sing before him. That's all. That was my only, desire. Then Swami's grace. I I got an opportunity that year for Ladies' Day. Uh, I sang with Vidya sister and Sargam sister, which we sang a solo. That was Prabhu Tero Naam. प्रभु तेरो नाम जो ध्याए फल फल पाए सुख लाए तेरो नाम तेरी दया हो जाए तो दाता तेरी दया हो जाए तो दाता. So the song was like that. It's a pretty lengthy song. And finally, again that year, I got one more chance, Swami's Pure Grace for Shivratri. Again, I sang with GV sister, Vidya sister. We are used to calling her as GV sister. So that was Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Shankar Maheshwara Shiva Shambho Shankar Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Shankar. This so all the three the chances we get the Anantapur girls get to sing before Swami. By Swami's grace, in the first year I got the opportunity to sing on all the three occasions. So over to you, Yamini.
Sairam. Uh, Actually, joining in Anantapur was not like my dream from childhood. I don't know when I got this, you know, seed sown into my brain, but I just went, wrote the exam, and got through it and joined ATP. Until I joined ATP, I never thought of, like, I did not have the idea about the integral programs, like you have MSR, you have bhajan singing in front of Swami, and etc. I didn't have an idea. As I said before, like it was just bhajans singing in front of Swami's photograph. I did not have an idea like Swami is God. My father used to say about this, but from inside, I did not have that feeling. And first chance I got to sing in front of Swami was for the Akhanda Bhajan. With mixed emotions, I went and sat in front of Swami, and he's our creator who created me. And singing and sitting in front of me and singing is like I was very, very nervous with mixed emotions. Once I started singing the bhajan, from there my journey of closing my eyes and singing, even when I was seated in front of Swami, sitting in front, I used to close my eyes. I don't know why. I used to close my eyes and sing, and like I was one with Swami. Nothing was used to come into my mind. Just Swami and me. I just forgot about all the audience or whoever is sitting around me, and it was like Swami and me. And the first bhajan I sang was Govinda Govinda Bhajman Radhe Govinda. Govinda, Govinda, Bhajman Radhe Govinda, 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 Bhajman Radhe Govinda, Radha Lola Govinda, Rasa Vilola Govinda, 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 Bhajman Radhe Govinda. कृष्ण केशव हरे माधव गोविंदा जय गोविंदा हरे मुरारी साई मुरारी गोविंदा जय गोविंदा 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 जय गोविंदा जय गोविंदा गोविंदा जय गोविंदा Govinda Jai Govinda. This was my first bhajan, and after that, it started like Gayatri said. We have very few occasions for the girls to sing in front of Swami in Parthi. So from there on, Swami gave us. No, I could participate in all the occasions that Swami gave us a chance. Thank you.
I'm sure all of us are at a loss for words. Much as you would have felt when you first sang in front of Bhagawan. Hearing all of you sort of transported back 20, 25, 27 years. Just to share, the bhajan that Gayatri Di sang and Yamini Didi sang just now, I heard you singing those bhajans when you were in your final year also. And I remember when Gayatri Didi, when Vidyaka was singing Janani, Swami actually was standing there and swaying. I still remember that. And when Yamini Didi would sing, she was talking about how she had her eyes closed. And I remember seeing Swami having his eyes closed listening to her. So I think there was such a deep connect that the devotee and the Lord, there was no separation. So thank you so much for transporting all of us to a different realm altogether. The next question is for Gayatri Akka. Can you recall any instance where Swami taught you a valuable lesson in the Bhajan Mandir or while you were offering a song in his presence?
Yes, Sindhu. Like when we used to sit for Akhanda Bhajans, right? So we used to sit a bit early. We used to come a little early and settle down in the mandir. Those days we used to have Akhanda Bhajan inside the mandir, if you remember. So we used to sit inside the mandir, and Swami also would come little early. Okay, before the session, half an hour to 45 minutes early, he used to come. He used to stand right in the middle. And I remember Swami telling us like how we should sing. And especially Swami used to focus on the bhavam. Raga and tala are important, but Swami used to tell like, bhavanto padali. Andaru chala bhavanto padali. So he was very particular. He used to reiterate the same phrase. అందరూ భావంతో చక్కగా చప్పట్లు కొడుతూ గట్టిగా పాడాలి గట్టిగా పాడాలి అందరూ భావంతో పాడాలి. So Swami was very particular on that aspect of bhava, along with raga and tala. The bhava concept should not go. That is where people connect. So as a singer, I feel we have a lot of onus on us because through us, the devotees or the people listening would connect to God. That's what I feel. So there's a lot of onus on us, and Swami used to particularly insist on singing with bhavam. Swetha, do you anything else you want to add on to this?
Yeah, one more thing which Swami taught is when singers used to sing, or for that matter, the devotees, when they used to repeat the chorus, many people never used to clap, if you remember. They used to simply fold their hands, sit, repeat, sing. But Swami taught us one thing always when you're singing bhajan, clap and sing. It helps to get rid of all the negative vibes. So that was one thing which I learned, that clapping is very important when you're singing bhajan. Even either if you're a main singer or even if as a follower, clapping is an important aspect when we sing bhajan. This is one thing which Swami has also taught us. Clap when you sing. Yamini, anything else?
Um, not much, but one thing I remember, like this practice was there before we joined ATP. Swami, I used to think, why Swami is asking girls to sing in pairs, and why boys were not, singing like that. Boys were singing like alone. Their voice was heard. Like we are kiddish, right? When two of us are singing, our voice will not be heard alone. Like two girls' voices will be heard. And I used to think this brother is singing, they are singing like that. Why do we girls don't have the chance? And when I was thinking that, Swami, that day in the discourse, now I remember Swami said, ki, see, I don't like my girls being pointed out by the public. When girls sing singly through mic, the bhajans, people will say, oh, this girl is singing. They will remember their name. I don't want my girls to be, identified with their voices. So Swami wants his daughters, girls, to be simple and not, I don't know how to express it, but Swami wanted us to be modest. So he made girls to walk in pairs when we are going from hostel dormitory to Kulvanthal or wherever it is, and we were made to sing in pairs. That was the valuable teaching from Swami to girls. Ki, my daughter should be like this. My daughter should be modest. They should not be identified, remembered by everybody in public. Swami's ways of teaching.
N number of questions used to crop up in mind when we were seated there as students, and it is his divine play that every questions were answered through the divine discourse. This is a personal experience. All questions, we don't have to tell him or ask him, Swami, this is my question. He is the divine master and he answered all our questions.
Absolutely. I think every waking moment, and I think even when we were asleep, there was a lesson being taught only because we had the good fortune of being chosen to be close to Him. I think we often forget that it takes grace to even be a devotee. It is not something of our own choosing. And all of what you have narrated, such deep lessons which go beyond just listening to music, like what Gayatri Didi was saying. The onus is on the singer, but at the same time, if you have bhavam, while you have the onus, there is no ego. It is the connect with Him allows that to flow through you to the devotees outside. So you have to be empty enough to be that channel which can take that message across. And similarly, with regard to the modesty of his girls and being paired up, I think it's also to do with how protective he was of us. Um, Now, in this day and age with social media and everything else, the dangers are very visible. But back then, our divine Lord knew all those that was not visible to us, but we could still be preyed upon. And how much he cared for that, while, as Didi was saying, in our pettiness and kiddishness, we were thinking about, our voices, but he had this much of a much greater view of what it is that he was protecting us from. And all through our connect with him through music, all of this sort of came through to us. And I think eternally grateful to Bhagwan for having imparted these lessons and also to have given us enough intelligence to understand what he was telling us. I think that is also his grace. And as Swetha Didi was also saying, not a single question goes unanswered. And that's the silence that comes with music is very important, a space to stay in so that he can continue to speak to us. Yes, Swetha Didi.
Would like to share one thing over here, as the topic is importance of bhajan singing. It was summer course, like we are from Jamshedpur, so yearly once only we used to go home because we had to travel by train, and it used to take 2 days for traveling. So once what happened, there was some natural calamity. I don't exactly remember, and we were all in Chennai Central Station from Anantapur. Rani Madam booked the tickets, and all the students who were from northeast part of the country, we were all in the Chennai Central Station, and the trains got cancelled. Okay, and we were not all the girls, we were around 20-25 girls, and we were not in uniform sari, so that it becomes obvious that they are Sai students. We were all in our regular salwar kameez, like that. And when the train got cancelled and we did not get the ticket for the next train, we remember staying in the platform for the entire night. Okay, and we were given by the station manager a room, and all girls in the waiting room, we sang bhajan throughout night. I still remember because instantly it came to my mind. I thought I should share this. So that bhajan was the link when throughout night, when we were singing bhajan in the Chennai Central Station, people came to know that they are Sai students. And there were no tickets available for 2025 because it's a huge number to accommodate us to travel that far. So they came to know that there were no adults with us. It was only 25 young girls that time, hardly 18, 19. A special bogie was connected, Sindhu, and a banner was put up, Satya Sai students. It was put up, the banner was put up in the bogie, Satya Sai students, and Swami ensured all the Jamshedpur girls, all the Calcutta girls, all the Siliguri girls reached their homes safely. I think it is his power that bhajan, it was connecting to the topic today. So I thought I should share. It was only bhajan. None of us went and holding a placard saying that we are Sai students. No, it was the fear of being stalled in the platform. Parents were not there with us. It was a long journey to be covered. So it was only singing bhajans. All of us sang the Namaswarana. Swami always says, like how there are so many poetic devices which when added or used makes a poem beautiful. Similarly, I think music is also a form of sadhana which makes our connection beautiful with the divinity.
No, absolutely, absolutely. I think one cannot underestimate the power that music forms as a channel of connect between us and Bhagwan. Um, and when he says that my love exceeds the love of a thousand mothers, it's not just a statement. Every one of us has experienced it in so many different ways when we were with him, even before we came into the fold. When we now look back, we understand it was his grace. And to this day, whether we are working women or we are, raising a family, we understand that that is the single most important force that keeps us sane, that keeps us on the right path, that keeps us focused on everything that is important, which has nothing to do with the world as we see it. So, absolutely beautiful experience. Thank you. And I'm sure he inspires us to share these moments because these are not prepared, he comes into our memory and jogs it and says, this is your
Exactly.
platform and your moment to share it so that people listening here constantly stay in that space. Because I think very often with everything that's going on around us, we get so caught up with the day to day, we tend to forget the huge blessing of having him in our lives. Um, my next question, Shweta Didi, back to you. Did you have any deep seated desire to place before Bhagwan, which was answered through your being a part of the bhajan group?
Recalling this, in our first year, we came to know that Swami's plan was there to visit our campus, Anantapur campus. And the happiness had no bounds. So every girl, right from first year, second year, third year, PG girls, all sisters, we were all so busy cleaning up the campus, decorating the campus, doing all sorts of arrangements to welcome Bhagwan into our campus. And as part of Music Self Reliance, you also know, we had our own sessions, practice sessions, deciding which songs to be sung, to welcome, which songs to be sung during which moment, because Swami was supposed to visit us only for a day, and other dignitaries were also supposed to come. So all these planning, practice, no sleep throughout night, sitting in the Suprabhatam hall, still those memories are fresh. So we had prepared few songs, and that was the first time helipad was constructed because Swami said he was coming by helicopter, and a helipad got constructed in our sports ground. Okay, and Swami was supposed to land sometime in the evening, I believe, if I remember correctly. And that time, to welcome Swami, we had prepared one song that was Abhivandan, Abhivandan, to welcome Bhagwan. With all preparations all ready to welcome Swami, something came up which was more important. I believe Swami knows better. Swami did not turn up. And the disappointment all of us had then. And after that, those songs which were prepared then were never sung. We didn't sing those songs anywhere. Even during Sundays, you used to have songs, solo songs we used to have. Even then, I don't know, it did not come up to anybody's mind. We never sang that. So that desire, that happiness to welcome him through those songs were laying redundant then. It was latent, I would say. But Swami knows the efforts, the preparation, the zeal to welcome him, the zeal to perform before him was honest and sincere. So nothing goes waste, nothing goes unheard. Yes, and this became true when ADD Avatar Declaration Day 2022, Swami gave us the opportunity and we sang the same set of songs which we prepared then in 1996. So we felt this is the right moment. We should offer those flowers which we prepared then to shower on him, to shower at his lotus feet. We sang at the Sannidhi, at the Kulwant Hall, and Swami heard this. So I would say the desire to perform then we performed now 2 years back in 2022. Just a line, and I.
And aaj to banta hai, all three of you, please do sing.
Best part is Yamini and Gayatri and Jividya, who is my classmate, all four of us sang these set of songs. So, just a welcome song, we would like to sing two lines. अभिवदना 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 अभिवदना
अभिवंदन सादर अभिवंदन अभिवंदन सादर अभिवंदन
पवित्रेश्वर परमेश्वर हे सर्वेश्वर हे साईश्वर अभिवंदन सादर अभिवंदन.
So, this was our offering at the lotus feet, which we wanted to offer in 1996.
God's delays are never denials. And I think, all these things that we take as cliches, they are actually true aphorisms, which we, only if we have the patience, he makes us understand that it will come true. Yamini Di?
And four of us who sang for this 2022 ADD, we all were part of that practice session when Swami was supposed to come, and the same set of girls were made to sing in 2022. And none of the other singers joined us. They could not, there was some problem for them, I think so. So 2022, only four of us sang these set of songs, which we prepared those many years back, way back.
The timing has to be right. The selection gets made, and see, the thing is with Bhagawan, I think it's like, what you say, that Brahma time, no, Brahma Kalam. We are counting in terms of days and minutes and years, but his timeline is very different. So if we have, as I said, sufficient patience to trust and have that faith, immovable faith that everything happens for a reason, when it comes together, the feeling is unparalleled. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yamini Didi and Gayatri Didi. So this is a bit of a catch-22 question. We've talked about how lovely it is to sing in front of Bhagawan, how blessed we feel, and the kind of opportunities that we really wanted, because of which we got into this MSR and bhajan singing. But a question: was it blissful or intimidating to sing in his presence? And if you could share why.
Yeah, of course it was blissful. But before sitting in front of Swami, as I said, it was like full of mixed emotions. We don't know whether it is nervousness or some scared feeling, or we don't know. It was, of course, blissful, and up and above that, I don't know how to express. After 20 years of a gap taken by Swami for Lingodbhavam, taking out the Shivlingam during Shivratri time, in our first year, Swami chose me. It was part of his mission, and I was grateful to Swami that Swami was taking out the Hiranyagarbha Linga after 20 years of gap, and I was singing the bhajan during that time. And as we all know, Pushpa ma'am, how she guides us, like when we sing preparation for bhajan, whatever it is. If we are supposed to sing bhajans in Kulvanthal, ma'am used to do, give us tremendous practice. Before 2 months to 3 months, we used to have all the training program. And during that time also, ma'am used to sit beside us and guide us. So that day, that particular Shivratri night, I was singing Shankara Shiva Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambhu. And ma'am was continuously saying that. All our madams and elderly people, they witnessed this event before 20 years. So they all knew how Swami, like how Swami's expressions are, and they could understand Swami's intensity that day. Swami was wiping his mouth with kerchief. He was drinking water continuously. I did not understand why Swami was doing so. And started singing this, and ma'am was, like I said, I had this, I don't know it is whether it is bad habit or good habit, is to sing, close my eyes and sing. Ma'am was continuously telling me, instructing me, child, open your eyes and sing, child, open your eyes and sing. I did not understand. And then ma'am knew what is going to happen, and ma'am said, don't stop singing whatever it is. And I don't remember exactly how many speeds I sang this bhajan in, whether it is 5 speeds or 6 speeds. Continuously, ma'am made me sing this bhajan. And finally, Swami took out the Hiranyagarbha lingam. And it was like I was feeling ecstatic. I did not understand that. That was the first time, like, we could witness Swami doing that. I never heard of it also, because till I joined ATP, Swami is God, Swami के सामने भजन्स गाते हैं. Apart from that, I did not know anything about it. So I was like, if in case ma'am would not, said कि don't stop singing, whatever happens, should keep singing, don't stop singing, I would have stopped. Because without ma'am, this guidance would not be there, and we would feel like shock में थे. I was in a shock. So, Swami, thank you, Swami, for made me sing that bhajan that day. I would like to present that bhajan. Shankara Shiva Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho Shankara Shiva Shankara Shiva Shambho Mahadeva Shankara Shiva Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho डम डम डमरू बजे शंकर घण घण घंटा बजे ढम ढम डमरू बजे शंकर घण घण घंटा बजे हर भोलेनाथ शंभो हर साईनाथ शंभो हर हर भोलेनाथ शंभो हर साईनाथ शंभो शंकरा शिव शंकरा शिव शंकरा शंभो.
Absolutely. You're blessed. You are so blessed. Gayatri Didi.
Here I want to add on to Yamini. If Yamini was my batchmate, so we remember uh, you remember this our last interview, you know, outgoing interview. We had an outgoing interview in Vrindavan. Okay, March 31st, after we finished the last exam. I, we all were, more than worried about the exam. We were excited about the interview. All of us, like, it was 3 hours exam, but we finished it half an hour before, 45 minutes, half an hour by, all of us were out packing our stuff and all set to go to Vrindavan, all the final years. We were very excited, and we went to Vrindavan. And we write our own songs and try to compose our own songs for gratitude. We try to do whatever little we know. We were very young, we were not trained in anything, neither in writing nor in composing. So
Yeah.
very, yeah.
This
Yes,
particular
Yamini,
song which she's talking about is actually it was written by Gayatri and me. Swami wrote through us. Swami made
through us.
us do it.
So, and tune also, both of us only, something we borrowed some, and we started composing, and everything fell in its place. And when we were singing, we were sitting in the dry lawn, and all of us were like literally crying and singing. We were not singing actually, we were crying, and we were singing. And remember Swami telling, "Are అందరు ఏడుస్తున్నారా? ఏడవకూడదు. Don't cry. You all are, my children. You all are leaving. మీరు కాలేజ్ వదిలి వెళ్తున్నారు, స్వామిని కాదు." He said, "You all are leaving college and going, not Swami." You know, and he probably he liked the song, or he made us sing it again. We sang that song twice. That was a very whenever I think of that, I still have goosebumps, and a drop of tear in my eye whenever I think of that experience. So This is the song. Probably all of you might have heard it. We sang this for at ADT 2022 also. Yamini, would you like to go first?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
తల్లి తండ్రి గురువు నేస్తం మా కన్ని నీవే కాదా
మా జీవన గమనానికి రథ సారథి నీవే కాదా
నీ సన్నిధిని కోరితిమి నీ చరణములను చేరితిమి
ఆ చల్లని నీ చూపులే ప్రేమామృతం వర్షింపగా
వికసించే మా జీవితం సాయి మా జీవితాన సర్వం నీవేనుగా
మా హృదయ మందిరాన కొలువై ఉండుమా
నీ నామమే మా శ్వాసయై
నీ భావమే మా ప్రాణమై
నిన్ను చేరు చిరు దివ్వెలం సాయి మా జీవితాన సర్వం నీవేనుగా.
So this was the song.
I think I probably have the most difficult task. You know, everybody else can sort of be in their bliss and with their tears, and I have to keep holding it back so that we can take this session forward. I do remember one other thing around this experience. You were mentioning that the interview was at Brindavan, and people will be wondering why. Swami actually put that batch through the ringer, where they went to Puttaparthi, and the interview did not happen for our final years. I still remember all of us who were at Anantapur the first and second years, we were sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting for the call that, you know, our seniors had gotten the interview, and the call didn't come. And when everybody came back from Puttaparthi, there were these, we were thinking, you know, in bliss, they must have forgotten to call us. And when they came back, everybody was in tears. Nobody was even willing to just turn and talk. There was so much of silence. And we were heartbroken. And I think we actually did a lot of prayers, collective prayers, saying that, you know, Swami, please don't send our seniors out empty handed like this. I mean, it was a very stupid thing to say to Swami, because I think being with him itself means that your hearts and hands are full. But in our innocence in that time, please don't send your daughters away like this. And then there came the surprise saying, finish your exam and come to Brindavan. And Anantapur to Brindavan isn't a short journey. And to pack up everything and then to go there. And we got to see the pictures later. And it wasn't like WhatsApp these days where you can just send it across digitally. We had to wait for it to be developed and then shown to us. And it was so blissful when we heard that Swami had listened to all of their compositions out on the lawns of Thrai. And yes, it just made us feel very good that in that abode, in his summer home, where he normally entertains only the boys, the girls were given a place not only in his heart, but also in his home. So absolutely beautiful. Thank you for singing and thank you for sharing that. To all of you, and I would request Swetha Didi to start off this one. In your view, how much of the ability to sing is purely his grace and how much can be attributed to practice? Because there are a fair number of us, you know, who will say that, you know, I'm practicing on a daily basis and I think I'm getting better at it and I think I'm going to connect more to Swami. So what in your view is this conundrum which sort of plays a huge role with those of us who are thinking about music through the mind rather than through the heart?
See, as said, we all having a voice itself is a blessing, I feel. It's a boon. Everybody has something or the other. Swami bestows something or the other to every individual. But music is one such thing which brings us more closer to Swami. Everybody might not accept, but it is just my personal opinion, because I feel music is one type of sadhana which helps me to connect with Swami. Swami has always emphasized singing bhajans or singing any devotional music. It helps a person to train his mind and purify his heart. So I feel this has established a strong connection with Swami. And singing such type of songs always helped us to be in that divine fold, not to deviate in our path. That was a constant guiding force which always helped us to stick to our virtues, to stick to our right ideas, ideals, and also guide others, including our children, to tread the path of righteousness. It helped to sow the seed of bhakti because this generation is different. So, what we learned from Swami, we were able to pass it on and sow that seed in others, the next generation, so that that next generation also is able to tread the path of bhakti. भक्ति में उतना ही शक्ति है, वो वह शक्ति है जो एक इंसान को भटकने नहीं देता है. तो आई फील इट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट and anybody can adopt any means or methods to adhere to these sadhanas and tread the marg of spirituality. Yamini?
Of course, we though we practice a lot, we have a good voice. Swami's grace must be there on us. It is only His grace that we move forward in our daily life or our singing career or whatever it is. Actually, in the history of Anantapur, none of the girls were sent out for any TV shows or competitions. But in my second year, I got a chance. It is not I got a chance. Swami gave me a chance. Rather, Swami gave me a chance to go and participate in Paduta Tega, which was telecasted
It was
by
a singing reality show.
Singing reality show by ETV people. That was the first singing reality show which was started in television. So when I was in first year, before joining Anantapur, I had sent audition test ke liye. I've sent my audios. I got a call from those people also, but because I joined Swami's institution, my parents kept quiet. They did not inform me. Then my elder sister went to that competition. Unfortunately, there was nobody to guide her which kind of songs to sing and all. So she could not win the episode. And then she said, my sister, younger sister, also got a call from you, but she's studying in Puttaparthi. So we did not choose to send her here. Could you give a second chance for her? So those people said, yes, you can come because you have got a call letter from us. You can call her. Then suddenly my father asked our principal ma'am, and generally it doesn't happen, but we don't know. That was like Hemlata, during that time, Hemlata ma'am was our principal ma'am. Ma'am said, who said you cannot go? You show your modesty. Be modest there. Sing, be act according to Swami's values, and then go and sing and come. You will win and come. To my shock, I did not expect this from our institution. Everybody, even Pushpa ma'am, Jayama ma'am encouraged me, and they have sent me 6 times out of the hostel for attending this program. It was all like 64 episodes were shooted, and it was like 4 series. And all the episodes I went in, I won. Swami made me win there. Like with whomever I competed, they were all trained classical musicians. Everybody was trained, and I don't have a background of classical music. Till now, I could not get a chance to learn. It is from my seniors that I've learned anything at Anantapur. So this is the grace of Swami that he showered on me, and apart from it, even practice was there. In case before joining ATP, had I gone and attended this program, this competition, I would not have won. 100% I can write and give. Because I've joined Swami's institution, he trained me for 1 year. My voice has transformed like anything before joining ATP, after 1 year. And then Swami prepared me here, and then he has sent me like his soldier. He sent on his mission. I went there, I won the series, then I came back. Until then, Swami did not speak to me even a word about this competition. My mother kept on asking me, "Hey, Swami अडिग्यारा Swami, did Swami ask you Swami शाबाशी दिए क्या? Swami ने तुमको बुलाया क्या?" ऐसे my mother was asking these questions. I said, "Amma, it is movie songs," but they were all decent enough. So I said, "Movie songs పాడటానికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు Swami will not be happy with that. Swami will not ask me like this." I used to say every episode I won, my mother used to pose this question to me, and my answer was the same. So after the mega final, I won at Chennai. I reported directly in Puttaparthi. That was Swami's birthday celebrations. So after our vacation, for every even semester, we used to report in Puttaparthi directly. So I came there and I reported. The next day, Swami was asking Pushpa ma'am and Jayama ma'am, there is a girl from maths department who had gone for a competition, singing competition. Who is she? Then ma'am sent a message to me. I crawled and went there and sat in front of Swami, and I was praying to Swami. Oh, Swami, you are asking about that? My mother's dream has come true. Exactly this thing was going on in my mind. My mother was asking with so much of feeling ki whether Swami asked about it or no. Then Swami looked at me and Swami was asking me, "Eppudu Vizag lo jarugutundi adena?" Then before I could answer, Pushpa ma'am took it off and Pushpa ma'am said, "No, no, Swami, all big personalities have come up and it was conducted in Chennai. The last episode was competition was conducted in Chennai." So Swami looked at me and Swami was asking me, "Pedda pedda valluva." It was hosted by Balasubramanyam ji, SP Balasubramanyam ji, and he was hefty to look at. Then I was laughing and know what to answer. Swami, Sushilamma garu and all, they came as judges. Then Balasubramanyam garu hosted. Then Swami smiled and he said, I know all of them came and you won. Take Pad Namaskaram." And my parents and especially my mother was happy not because I won this TV show. She was happy that Swami, called me and gave me Pad Namaskar, and he was asking me, inquiring about this competition and me. That was the biggest prize that I could get it from Swami. Nothing else is important for us, even for my parents. They did not feel proud of all these competitions and all. When Swami called me and gave me blessings, he blessed me. They were really happy. That was Swami's grace, and he made me practice. He gave me that training and sent me like a soldier for that competition. Thank you, Swami.
Absolutely. I mean, outstanding. What do you say? Huh? And I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure everybody agrees. All three of you have been speaking about how you were singing in front of Bhagwan so many years ago is when you started it. And to this day, the voice hasn't changed in its quality. If that is not divine grace, what is? Right? You sound as youthful as you were when you were 18, 19, 20 years old. And the nectarine voice is Swami's gift to each and every one of you. Gayatri Didi, anything that you would like to further add?
Yes. Um, First of all, it's purely His grace that we are singing. That first of all, to be a singer, that blessing has to be there, as Swetha said. Unless we have that, we cannot sing. Only when you have the grace, then practice comes into place. You know, when I wanted to sing before Swami, and I wanted to join the Swami's institution to sing before Swami, that was the only way. When I was a kid in school, I thought that was the only way. So after I was introduced, I started singing bhajans. I used to practice a lot. Sing very religiously, regularly. I used to attend all the Samiti bhajans and sing, practice, so that I have to please Swami. That was the only way I knew. My only form of worship was singing bhajans. So I used to sing a lot and practice. Then, when I was a kid, I used to have dreams. Okay, when I could see one big hall. Okay, big hall full. Around the hall, there were all Swami's big pictures, and girls used to. I could see girls sitting in four blocks. You know, four blocks, and then there were some kind of so many things put up on a kind of a ledge, and there was one girl holding a book and reading out something. These are the visions I used to have, kind of a deja vu situation, we say. I used to very often I used to see these dreams, like a big hall, Swami's pictures around, and one girl standing, and other girls were sitting like that. I didn't understand all this. I was very young. I was still in school that time. So I used to wonder, what is this? Why I can see so many pictures like that? What is all this? Then again, normally I used to attend bhajan, close my eyes, and that's all. After I got into ATP, my first bhajan session I attended in the hostel. That was like, oh my God, I had goosebumps when I sat there. It was that we used to have bhajan session in the dining hall, right? So the dining hall, when I sat, I was sitting in the second block. First block, and then the first years used to sit in the first and second block near the jhula. You know, I was sitting there, and I was looking all around. I could see all Swami's pictures around. I was wondering, I've seen all this somewhere. And there was one girl standing and reading. I still remember that sister's name, Vandana sister. After the bhajan, I walked up to her and I asked her, "Sister, did we meet? Did I ever? I mean, did we meet earlier sometime? Did I ever see you?" She was like, "No, sister. This is the first time I'm seeing you." So then I was like, "Where did I see?" Because I got these dreams long back. Okay, when I was in school. Then it was very familiar. Then later on, I understood, like, okay, when I had that desire, I wanted to sing before Swami, and I wanted that stamp as Swami student. So, so Swami was, confirming, or, he was giving me those hints. That was like really, I had goosebumps. First bhajan session I attended in the hostel, that dining hall and Swami around. It was amazing. That's how Swami, blesses us. It's purely His grace. Apart from that, there's nothing about that.
That definitively puts all speculation to rest. Practice as you might, if it weren't for grace, the output would be nothing like what it is now. I think there is a lot of desire in our hearts to listen to more of your songs. So I would request each of you, any song of your choice, in full, please take it ahead. Shwetadi, we'll start with you.
It can be bhajans as well, right?
Absolutely, whatever you're comfortable with.
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला मुरली मनोहर श्याम गोपाला मुरली मनोहर श्याम गोपाला करुणा सागर हे नंद लाला गिरिधर नागर साई गोपाला गिरिधर नागर साई गोपाला मीरा के प्रभु श्याम गोपाला करुणासागर हे नन्दलाला Sairam.
Thank you so much, Didi. Gayatri Akka, a song from you.
Yeah. I think just now I saw somebody put a message there saying Madhura Mohan Ganesham. నిన్ను ధ్యానించలేని దేహమేలను నిన్ను పూజించలేని కరములేలను కను విందుగా నిన్ను చూడని కన్నులేలను నిన్ను పిలువని నిన్ను తలవని జవహేల జీవముల మధుర మోహన ఘన శ్యామ సుందర సాయి ఆనంద ప్రదాయి రాశివోయే ఆ Over to you, Yamini.
देवी कात्यायनी करुणामयी कामाक्षी पद्महस्ते पद्माक्षी पाहि जगदीश्वरी पाहि माम् गानप्रिये साई करुणामयी गानप्रिये साई करुणामयी कादम्बरी अम्ब कात्यायनी गानप्रिये साई करुणामयी हरिवल्लभे शुभदायिनी ओंकाररूपिणि नारायणी भुवनेश्वरी अम्ब जगन्मोहिनी श्रीचक्रवासिनी साईश्वरी श्रीचक्रवासिनी साईश्वरी गानप्रिये साई करुणामयी
Words are insufficient to express what is in our hearts today. Swami has, through the three instruments, his three beautiful singers, I am sure, filled all our hearts, our homes, our hearts with much bliss, much to be grateful for, and a constant remembrance that where there is music and where there is devotion, there is nothing that we will ever be lacking in. Thank you so much, Swetha Didi, Yamini Didi, and Gayatri Didi, for making time, for at very short notice coming together. And I think we can very, very frankly say that Swami has indeed channeled his energies through all three of you today. Thank you also for sharing such wonderful, unique experiences. And allowing us to be privy to the various emotions that connected you to Bhagwan at so many different levels. In each of your narrations, there was a takeaway for every one of us. Be it never to lose faith, be it to constantly remain imbued with the feeling that Bhagwan is the only thing that matters in our lives, or be it that if there is utmost devotion in the innermost recesses of our heart, anybody could be blessed with the gift of music to connect with him 24/7. Thank you so very much for filling us with so much. I truly have no words that can exceed what it is that all of you have done for us today. We will conclude this evening's divine session with utmost gratitude to Bhagwan and with the chanting of Samastaloka. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavanto Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavanto Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavanto. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba Ji.
Jai.
Jai.
Jai.